Sorry, the lighting in here don't look too good, but I am going to try and do my unboxing of my birthday gift. I found but this is my, actually it was my first choice. So far it comes with this beautiful book. Beautiful. I don't know if you can kind of see it. There's kind of a glare. And it has little meanings and all kinds of stuff in it. And I've already started reading it. Okay, so now the cards. Oh my goodness. They are so, well, let's see if y'all can kind of, I'll set these down here. Hopefully they don't go everywhere. Okay, so see if that's better. These are just beautiful, beautiful cards. Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. I mean, I love the cover. See, this is, I don't know if you get kind of, my lighting is not too good here. I'll probably do another one tomorrow, but that is the front of it. And then you get this little beauty here. This comes with, oh my gosh, so many. It's just not fantasy art. It's not, I mean, it's several cultures in one thing. It says, weaving together the Asian, Celtic, and fantasy styles of artwork, this breathtaking new Rider-Waite-Smith-based tarot by renowned artist Stephanie Pugh Moon Law is infused with universal symbols found in fairy tales, myths, folklore from cultures around the world. So, as you can see, just by these cards, they're just beautiful. The owl, I love owls. So beautiful. Oh, it looks like a dragon. I never noticed that. Oh, wow. If you look, you have to like really look into the picture, because there are certain things. I didn't even think that was a dragon, and it was. In fact, it looks like a sea serpent, but I think it might be just a dragon. And there are faces at the bottom too. No, it's a dragon. I can see its tail, the head. Yeah, all of these are dragons. So far in Pentacles. Woo! Dragons, I love dragons, let me tell you. I named my son Drake, which means dragon. So here's this one, and this dragon looks like coming out of the water, and the knight is riding it. And I have always had dreams of dragons. The queen, not so much. She's not on a dragon. But yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful pictures. The king. Kind of reminds me of the Oak King, or the Holly King. That looks absolutely like an apple when you cut an apple. He's holding an acorn. And he's surrounded by dragons too. Some sort of dragon. It might be. It looks more of a Chinese dragon than anything. Like, the dragon is kind of guarding him. But yeah, it's like the Oak King. The Oak or Holly. I think Oak King. Now, this one's beautiful. This is a fairy playing a piano. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Looks like she's sitting on maybe a seashell or a snail shell. The tree is kind of like growing out of the piano. That is so cool. It's awesome. Ooh, how neat. Oh no. 10 of Pentacles. Look. I wish you could, this lighting was better, but oh my gosh. That would just be a killer tattoo right there. She's riding on the tail of the dragon, and it looks like the dragon is maybe, can't remember. She has like maybe a peach. It might be a different kind of mythical creature though, but it looks more like a dragon to me. And so far, that's it of those. Let's see what other kind of hidden themes or the others. The tower is just beautiful. Look, this is the tower. And again, in this deck, this doesn't have, just like the other one I had, doesn't have the reverse meaning. Although she says that later on, if you want to add the reverse meaning to them, you can. The stars, that's just beautiful. And it has koi fish. With her. I see the cups are all blue. Mermaids. Two of Cups. You can just tell that this is the card of Lovers because the tree and the water are embraced in a hug and you see a heart. This is just so beautiful. Hanging behind them. And koi fish surrounding them. That's so beautiful. And again, it's in blues. Mostly. Very beautiful, beautiful cards. Again, the Ace of Cups, koi fish. A lot of your Japanese and Chinese descents and everything has a lot to do with the koi. The koi sometimes, I think, represents transformation, but I'm not for sure. And then the wands are full of fiery red colors and oranges and a mixture of both, as you can see. And different, I don't know exactly what you would call them. They're not dragons. I would have to look up their what it is, but beautiful, beautiful. And then you have the fairy playing the harp, and you have this foxes, and she's by a beautiful tree, and birds are listening to her. One kind of almost looks like Bennu, the Egyptian god. Oh, she's a horned fairy. She kind of reminds me of, this is going to be funny, but Maleficent. Maleficent on the movie actually was. Look at this one. This one is just, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it because of the beast that is on there. I don't know what kind of creature he would be, but he is surrounded by foxes. That's so neat. Big, huge creature surrounded by foxes. Lovely. So, Page of Wands. Again, foxes. I think I see a pattern here with the cups and the wands and the pentacles. So I think most of your wands are going to be of the foxes and whatnot. This one, she's just so beautiful. She almost kind of reminds me of Kuan Yin. And she has, looks like, what would you call them? Wisps, or, not will-o'-the-wisp, but what are they? Wind sprites, maybe, around her. Let's see if I can find it. Looks to be maybe like a brownie too, playing a bongo drums. Oh, that's neat. And they're listening. She's playing a violin. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. With a very long violin stick. What do you call it? There's others in this picture that I can barely make out. Oh wow. Maybe they're pixies. I think they might be pixies playing One looks like a bungalow drums and some sort of guitar. That's beautiful. Just, wow, I'm amazed. There's so many hidden things. You really got to look at these pictures in order to like see the whole meaning behind them. And of course the devil card. And this one looks to be like it has a mask. Kind of reminds me of the theatrical arts mask. And maybe a woman, yeah, a woman. She's kind of like in a shell or something. There's a lot going on in this picture. I see a lot of faces. I see a lot of beings and fairies reaching out. And then devil is, he's doing his little tangling web thing. Kind of reminds me of an old saying my grandmother once said. So, and of course you have Temperance. Temperance, a beautiful picture. Very beautiful picture. You have the balance, the yin and yang, or ebb and flow, or I can't remember what else. Both male and female, dark and light. I mean, the list goes on. But the balance of both in this picture. It looks like to be like a dragon. Both are dragons. Both are Chinese dragons. She is very much, you could tell, Oriental descent. And that is Temperance. Temperance always means to balance. Have balance in your life. Whether it's the mundane and the magical, or your work and your home life. The death. The death kind of looks like the phoenix. But I'm not quite for sure. It might be the firebird. But very beautiful. Yeah. And you see a baby one. I wish you could kind of see these pictures better. There. And very beautiful. I'd say that might be the phoenix. The phoenix is all about being reborn. Death card is all about change. So, you know, what better representation than the phoenix? Here goes. There's 8 of Pentacles. The spider web. And let me tell you something. I had this book called the Fairy Seership book. It was the second one out of the series. And they talked about the intricacies of the blue flame and all this, and the spider was one of the was one of the ones that was talked about in that book, and they said that it is the closest thing to being like us about free will, and everything. So it was like, but it is one of the most hardest working beings on this earth, because it builds its web at night, and then during the day it has its web, and then at night it takes it down, moves it to another place, and redoes it. And if you have seen the webbing of these webs, and oh my gosh, they're so beautiful, and you can tell that so much time has taken out of doing these webs. I have so much respect for the spider. I don't like them really, but they make some of the most beautiful webs, especially the web orbers or something like that. The web orbers. Anyways, they're a certain kind of spider. But yeah. So moving on to, okay, you see the elephant. Now, I'm going to tell you my first impression of this card when I just looked at this first glance at this picture. I see a grumpy old fairy who I don't know. No, I take that back. Now looking closer at this reminds me of the Buddhas and how they would sit for hours and days just meditate. And if you can see this fae or this dryad or whatever he is, this woodland nymph, woodland spirit, has his third eye very much open. You can see in the top of the middle of his forehead. So he's very intuitive, very knowing, and he is in a meditative posture and stance. So this is just my first glance. I haven't even read the book yet, but that's what this, so far I look at, that's what I see. But again, like I said, with all the other cards, there's so much going on here. I do see a frog, the moon, yes, perfect. Let's see. Next card. Next card is Judgment. And you see butterflies. I see butterflies in this picture. And they're in a field of beautiful little, I want to say posies. I think they are posies. Not for sure, but these wisps or spirits are reaching out like this, and I think they might be letting go of the butterflies, beautiful butterflies, blue butterflies. love that card. I would seriously have to. The Sun. There's a more serious card than I've seen in any of the decks I've ever had with the Sun. The last deck I had with this was more of a, you see, mother, daughter, grandmother in a circle, and they're just dancing and everything. This one's more of a serious note. It's right in on some sort of bird. And there's like all kinds of birds surround him and around him. And then he has the fairies. And he has a very serious look. And of course you have the sun shining down on him. So, the moon. This one's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You can look. She's holding a scepter. Is that a scepter? And that scepter is a heart on top of it. So much going on here. Woodland spirits are gathered around. She might even be in what you would call a fairy circle. With mushrooms and stuff like that. So she's looking at the mask. Maybe to unmask the illusion of things. The moon has a tendency having the meaning of to unmask lies and deceptions and everything else like that. Okay, so that is it. And I am going to, because my voice is going, and this is like been 27 minutes and 23 seconds. So I will have another one tomorrow, and I might do just a spread for y'all, where y'all can see. Now, this is Lady Lilith, and I am signing out.